Oh, well, welcome to Ion Radio episode 2, music about revolution. Happy 420, motherfuckers.
Dinners and oily fries, cheap champagne and media lies. When people die on TV, do you cry? You think about pollution when you go fly. When you go fly up in the sky, you worry about the oxygen supply. Another rent delay, a sofa stay. But don't you worry, cause it's okay. Because tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day. Tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day. Tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day.
It's entrenched, a ring fence, pretension, absence of clear thinking, linking actions ain't consequent, non-blinking adherence to the doctrines of dollars and cents. Pounds and pence, and it sounds nonsensical, indefensible. This eventual but inevitable decline will be viewed over time as an abject crime of neglect. Now that's cause to reflect. Pause, take a breath, I ain't got no kids, man, I'm praying for yours. Take a left off of this road we've been traveling, like the mob at the Bing, it's all unraveling.
Tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day.
Yeah, it's a world away.
Tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day.
Yeah, what the man say.
Tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day.
No time to play.
Tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day.
Yeah, political boy, political girl.
Wake up, wake up.
We got to save the world.
Wake up, wake up.
And every man and every woman.
Wake up, wake up.
We got to save the world.
Tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day.
Yeah, it's a world away.
Tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day.
Yeah, what the man say.
Tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day.
Listen, people.
Tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day. Tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day.
Yeah, it's a world away.
Tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day.
Yeah, what the man say.
Tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day.
Wake up, wake up.
Tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day, tomorrow's day.
That was Tomorrow's Day, ladies and gentlemen, by Trenton and the Free Radicals, featuring Maxi Jazz from Faithless. And today on Ion Radio, we are featuring Ryan Tarboton. Tarboton, did I say that correctly?
Yeah, it's fine.
Is that fine? How do you say it, man?
I normally say Tarboton, but
Tarboton. Okay,
but I don't
cool,
even know if that's
Tarboton.
the correct
I've actually always
pronunciation.
wanted to ask you that. I've known you for a couple of years, and I've always wanted to ask you, how do you say your surname? Because I've got you on Facebook, and through Facebook, I see that you've got just the fucking most rock and roll life. Like you've got, you do some pretty cool things. You
What,
play
poor?
for. Fair enough. My favorite quote from one of my friends, he's also a musician for a band named Savage Lucy. You guys are going to hear something from them later. He said once, what's the one thing a musician always needs but doesn't often have? Petrol.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, ha ha. It's just a total jerk, dude.
Yeah.
But hopefully we're going to change that in South Africa, you know. I think that's something that's starting to happen with the amount of cool bands that are out there at the moment. Like, that's why there is this show, and that's why we can play 100% South African music that we believe that you want to know, because at the end of the day, there is so much cool stuff happening in South Africa. It's just a matter of time before, you know, we start to actually find a way to support each other through it.
Yeah, I think it's kind of just we work our way through those things, you know. The more adversity you have, the more you kind of hone your tools. Eventually you'll be so good that no one can deny us, you know.
That's 100% true. I think that's exactly what's starting to happen. So you play for you play for a band. What do you do for that band? Who do you play for?
I sing for two bands. I sing for a band called the Slashdogs and another band called The Means.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Slashdogs has got to be one of my favorite bands ever. I remember when I came out to Joburg from Cape Town, immediately went to a festival called Smoking Dragon, and that's actually where I met you. And I remember my friend who I went down with was just so excited about the Slashdogs, just couldn't freaking wait to see the Slashdogs. That's all we heard about. And then we met the Slashdogs with a guy named Jade or Billy Killer on Facebook at the time. And Jade and his friend Kendall, they came into Smoking Dragon, and literally Kendall was in the boot of Jade's car, and as they came into Smoking Dragon, Kendall jumps out of the boot of the car and into our campsite. We'd never met these people before, but we hid him inside of our tent and fed him clip drift and biltong and magic mushrooms. I don't know if I can say that. And we sent him on his way, and off he went to Joel. And when we saw him later, he had gotten into a fight at the back of the stage, and someone had bit like a massive piece of his back off. And I was just like, you can't put punks from Durban and punks from Joburg in one festival. It's just a fuck up.
I thought that Jade would have been the sort of the guy that would have kept the peace, because he's kind of from both parts of the world. I mean, he spends a lot of time in Durban with Kendall.
South Africa's so small. I think we all have here. I've spent some time in Durban, some time in Cape Town, Joburg.
It's very close.
I love
community.
them all. And
Jade and I share the same tattoo. We both got this on the same day.
Oh my god! I've seen it. And your tattoo says
Slashdogs.
Slashdogs. And so the Slashdogs, man. Tell us a little bit about the Slashdogs. How long have you guys been together?
It's been about 14 years that we've been going. We've had a lot of lineup changes. Paulie and I are sort of the staple members, but I don't really ever want, like, our thing is kind of, it's the Slashdogs is kind of public property, you know. It's more of a mindset. So we've changed members, but the guys that join are kind of like always kind of part of the family, you know. So
100%, man. I know how that goes. I've been in many bands myself, and it definitely is like a family. So how many members are there in the Slashdogs at the moment?
There are 5 of us.
5.
We've got William on bass. William from Fuzzy Gish, he plays trombone for Fuzzy Gish. We've got Leon on drums, killer drummer. It's good to have him back. He left us for a little while, and now we're back in full swing with him. We've got Jean-Luca from SDO and numerous other bands on guitar, and we've got Paul Joya on the other guitar and vocals. So
sounds very cool, man. We're gonna play you guys a song by the Slashdogs right now. It's called Parting Shot. What can you tell us about that song, Ryan?
This song was written by Henk Lustig, who was our previous bass guitarist, and the song is it's pretty much just it's just singing about having enough of the rat race and of people taking advantage and sort of trying to pick himself up.
And I think that's exactly what a revolution is all about.
Side of heaven, can I ever be forgiven? Stay
parting shot by the Slashdogs. Joining us in studio is Ryan Tarboton from the Slashdogs. So this week, something interesting has happened in South Africa. Just in general, two things interesting have happened in the past week, I suppose you could say. The first thing was that Jacob Zuma fucked our country again, and as a result, they had to legalize marijuana to make us all okay with it.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty cool with that. Like, I mean, you know, I immediately went out and just threw all my seeds in the garden, because in 2 years' time, hopefully I'll have trees.
I'm going to have a nice little plant ready for the very
100%.
very soon. So yeah.
100%. So it's not legal yet, everybody. I don't know if
It's just
anyone...
in your backyard.
Yeah. You can have the High Court wants us. The High Court, I love it. But the High Court, they really want us to grow it, but it's still technically illegal until the Constitutional Court actually changes the legislation, as far as I understand.
Well, it's about time.
But yeah, it is about time. I think it shows a bit of progression in one sense, and then progression in another sense. As a result of Jacob Zuma's latest fuck up, there's going to be a march on the Thule House, which is the ANC headquarters. And that march has been organized by the DA and the EFF, which I think is a beautiful matrimony of people who are fucking sick of our president. But you know, the sad thing for me about protest, and something this is like, I guess something about the human race, is that there's always a need for protest. You know, you can go back and forwards in time, and there's always need for protest. Obviously, everyone knows in South Africa, apartheid.
Yeah.
And like, you know, there was a plethora of amazing bands that came out of there. My favorite probably being National Wake. You know National Wake, right?
Yeah, I know them. Yeah.
A really cool band. And came out of the apartheid era. They were a multiracial band at a time where that totally was not allowed in our country. And they got together and they made some kick-ass music. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, this is the International News performed live by National Wake.
South Africa went through turbulent waters with boycotts by many international sporting bodies. But still, 1976 brought many international events to South Africa.
over the blanket, and then a blanket over that blanket.
put a blanket to suffocate it. They put a blanket to suffocate. International news. International news. International news. International news. Intentional news. Intentional news. International
So that was National Wake, and that was a song called International News. So Ryan, I asked you before you came into the studio to pick a song for us. Can you tell us a little bit about that song?
Yeah, it's a song by a guy by the name of James Phillips. He was a major influence on me when I was a kid. Got me to wake up. He woke me up to a lot of things. He went to army, but he was quite active in sort of the anti-conscription sort of campaigns that went on. And he had a lot of his songs banned by the SABC at the time. So, yeah, the records were scratched so that they couldn't be played and all that kind of stuff. This song, we based one of our songs on this. A song of ours called Darkest Fear. And this song's called Darky. And it's basically... Yeah, I'm not going to explain too much about it.
Yeah, let's take a listen to it, and you can tell us what you think about it in the comment section.
Yeah, cool.
So that was Corporal Punishment and a song called Darky. That was Ryan's choice of the week, our guest choice of the week.
Yeah.
And I think it's an interesting song, man. It's obviously it's obviously satirical and almost whimsical. And it's
well, the thing is that it's also speaking to something that is very real. It's a reality in South Africa, and that is fear of the others or them. Because of systems of divide and conquer that are woven throughout this country since the Portuguese landed, or even before that.
I think the human race has always been at war with itself.
Well, it's tribalism, but it's a very base sort of way of living, And what I like about that is it points. If you're living in that, if you're around at that time and you were very aware of the swart gevaar that was being that propaganda was very strong.
Yeah.
And I think it probably went both ways, So
No, of course.
What that does is highlights the issue, which people were kind of ignoring, and it gets people talking, and that for me is good art.
Sure.
It gets it inspires sort of some sort of thought, whether it be something that is subversive, or at least it gets said, because that's what's going on inside people's minds, and it still
100%.
goes inside people's minds because it's a legacy of the evils of the ancestors of this country's ancestors and this world, in fact, because you've got class wars that are going on throughout the world.
Everywhere,
over here,
since
we're
the
really
beginning.
but we're very aware of it in terms of a color thing.
Yeah.
Because
It was the means of control. Really.
It's a way of means of control. It was
Terrible.
a more effective means or it was a more refined version of the colonialist sort of way of doing things.
But I think what's for me, I just like to focus and look and appreciate the music and the art that comes from revolutions, because it leaves the story behind, and it really it tells the story in a way that can be positive and can teach us all lessons.
It's a bloodless revolution.
Exactly.
In the words of Felix. The thing is, like, what you were saying earlier about protest and things like that. The one good thing that's going to come of Friday's marches is look. I mean, there's going to be another Palooka that's going to replace the present, and the Parliament's full of them. But the thing is, what this does is at least it galvanizes the people, and gets people together. It doesn't matter about
100%.
color, because there's only so far that you can. It's only so hard that you can fuck people.
100%.
Before they have had enough, and that'll get us together.
I'm totally with you on that one. In spirit of that, we're going to play a song that is from a Cape Town band called Ill State, and this song is called People vs. the State, and I think that's exactly what's happening on Friday.
Yeah.
Long before you even think you thought it up. What is the sound of my voice is off? Let me turn it up, just another notch. So, bring this justice home again. Judge in favor of the ones that would need this. One on one, let's see tonight. See the world through civilian eyes. Yeah, come into something, something. People versus state. Yeah, come into something. People versus state.
That was Ill State, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Ion Radio. The song called People vs. the State, and we believe that's exactly what's happening on Friday. The people are standing up and versing the state. In studio with me is Ryan Tarboton, and we're talking about revolution, and we're talking about punk rock. Do you think those two things are almost synonymous?
I think art is. I think art is synonymous with revolution. It doesn't have to entail picking up a gun, you know.
100%. No, I don't believe a revolution has anything to do with picking up a gun. I mean, look at Mahatma Gandhi. That was a revolution.
Exactly.
No guns involved. Yeah. Even John Lennon, in his own way, sparked revolutions inside of people's minds. Fuck acid is a revolution on a personal level. I think a revolution is just something where there is a way that exists that we look at and we're like, we don't dig that way, so we're going to change it.
It's whittling. It's chipping away at the systems that aren't relevant anymore.
That's 100% true, man. And it's almost like it's a way of rescuing ourselves every time we fucking get back into something in a fucked up situation, which I think is like indicative of life, you know, on a personal level and on the scale of the human history. We're always going to have these peaks and valleys, these ups and downs, you know. And that's a revolution really is at the tip of one of the values.
Yeah. I think society sort of mirrors the individual's life. I think if people can find freedom within themselves, then they'll have found freedom.
100%.
So
I think, like, for me, you know, that's exactly where it's so important, is find freedom in yourself, you know. And that's why I think I chose this song, because for your band, The Means, it was labeled as acid punk, and that got me quite excited. So
I would not label it that, but this is kind of This is sort of got a little bit of a dancehall influence, a little bit of Ennio Morricone.
Okay, cool.
The Means is kind of it's the stuff that we don't really do with the Slashdogs. We could totally do it with the Slashdogs, but it's also with a different bunch of guys. Like
and I mean, there's a female vocalist in The Means.
Luandi Boersma from Cortina Whiplash. It's Hugh Davison from Submachine and from Evil Eddies from back in the day, and it's Jerome Reynard, who played with New Porn and with Nine back in the day.
It's practically a supergroup.
Oh, no. We have fun. We have fun.
100. Well, I mean, all bands. I mean, every band I've ever been in, it's all about that. It's about having fun.
Yeah, no. This band is more storytelling. It's not as hard edged as the Slashdog stuff.
So I could definitely say storytelling is a theme in this song, The Rescue. I mean, can you tell us a little bit about that music video?
Yeah. Well, the song. When I say storytelling, there's metaphors to the thing. So This song is written about a shipwreck off of Cape Point.
Okay.
And it's about a team of a rescue team going out to go and rescue the sailors that are going down, and it's the conversation or the counterpoint between the sailors and them, or the conversation that they're having in their minds, the connection that they have, because they're all at sea in a storm, and they're all in a desperate place. So that's kind of the thing. It's about that human connection and empathy, really. You know,
without any further ado, here's a song called The Rescue by The Means.
There's a storm churning up the horizon, swinging and swaying on the open sea. Like a dog behind his tail, agitation becomes turmoil. White spray, black foam, slim hope in the face of eternity. We sail on in, and in we sail. We've made the Lord our refuge in the shadow of this hurricane. We sail on in, and then we sail. Got no hope in hell, but we found our thing in the shadow of this hurricane. In the shadow of the hurricane. Waves grow higher, graves sink deep. Lost my nerve some time ago. Why white-knuckled brothers may be by my side, but we leave one another where the oceans divide. We sail on in, and in we sail. We've made the Lord our refuge in the shadow of this hurricane. We sail on in, and in we sail. Got no hope in hell, but we found our faith in the shadow of this hurricane. In the shadow of the fathomless voices are calling for me where Indian and Atlantic collide. Our ranks are forsaken sons of the sea. They tell us none of us will survive in the shadow of this hurricane. In the shadow of the
That was The Rescue by The Means, and here joining me in studio is the lead singer of The Means and the Slashdogs, Ryan Tarboton. So we've spoken a lot about like our, revolution and stuff like that. I think for me, there's another side of revolution that we shouldn't forget. That revolutions are often quite a party, especially in South Africa. I think we have a way of turning almost every serious revolutionary event into a fucking jam. I mean, I wasn't around, more than 25 years ago, but I can definitely say that in the time I've been alive, revolutions look like parties. So without further ado, this is Cashless Society, a song called Hot and Tot Hop. Ladies and gentlemen, this song for me makes me want to revolt.
It goes 1, 2, 1, 2. It goes 1, 2, 1, 2. Ayo, 1, 2, 1, 2. Ayo, 1, 2, 1, 2. Electronic cloud support for remote control sound guards. Quicksand with a Walkman, use a card's memory card. Digital accents for CD language. Perceptions managed by a modern day savage. Eating food for thought processes of elimination. Real-time rhymes versus artificial insemination. Visions in DVD, technological landscapes. Flocks of whoop-whoop-pops, microchip handshakes. Hot and top hop, drum patterns for ritual meditation. Put souls on internet, beliefs infrared. Computerized gardens, electrified trees. Virtual weed, wooden condoms enhance your needs. Sipping on Monte through a walkie-talkie. With my wife electronica on a hologram. Through my third eye scanner, I write laptop hieroglyphics. Satellite appetite for a homemade image. So hot and top hop.
1, 2, 1, 2. Boys down, one bag, kung fu. Calabash cash, the tribal wars indoors. Telepathic ancestors for traditional dance floors. Hot and top hop. 1, 2, 1, 2. Boys down, one bag, kung fu. Calabash cash, the tribal wars indoors. Telepathic ancestors for traditional dance floors. 1, 2, 1, 2. Baba. 1, 2, 1, 2. Baba.
fear of a nation these days. Call the AK, gunpowder sent the animal spray. Make me the prey, it's a jungle in here. A desert when it comes to money, a miracle. No, a mirage in the Kalahari. Hot and tot, hop, graphic design safari. Taking pictures of a monkey with keys to the golden city. Swinging from tree to tree, I'm sick of smoking leaves. Saving for the tea, curing every unheard of disease like anxiety. In my reality, see men and diamonds are the only things that be stressing my prosperity. I'm eating roadkill, drunk drivers be serving me speed. Aim efficiency means MCs can't arrive alive lately with rhymes. This time it's real big but not nickels and dimes. Shine like silver, killing vampires. Take your life back from these killers. Living up the empire, trying to survive in nature, rock hard. But perfectly round like the equator. No bullets, my passport scarred. My skin's indigenous. This shit begins and ends with exercises. Samples crushing your cranium. Mega brain draining these lies for the truth about black limits, money, sellouts, bullying. It goes 1, 2, 1, 2. We goes 1, 2, 1, 2. It goes 1, 2, 1, 2. It goes from a homemade inventions.
1, 2, 1, 2. Voice and one man, kung fu. Calabash cash, the tribal wars indoors. Telepathic ancestors for traditional dance floors. 1, 2, 1, 2. Voice and one man, kung fu. Calabash cash, the tribal wars indoors. Telepathic ancestors for traditional dance floors. 1, 2, 1, 2.
I'm drinking 80 proof beverages with my elders on the thatch roofs. When looking for truth, tribal groups tap into ancestral roots. Artistic youth paint rocks with ancient crayons. Applying war paint on my arms, perform a seance. It's tradition, African drums beat in unison. Bushman, Aborigine, and Pygmy share the wisdom round the bushfire. The North Star light in the sky. The Hottentot gather realists, corn is dry. Cause each gives to native tongue. Babylon is advanced. 4 clans of taboo who are scooped at the reap dance. My peeps playing and got mad, cattle per capita. No baller for my face of Africa, Chibuku rum shake shaker. She fell for this man, from Bechuanaland. We deep, Kiwi sweet, now she got diamonds on the soles of her feet. Celebrate with the calabash, walk long distance for water taps. My grandma, gramophone use banana peels for slip mats. And now the Hottentots, yeah. And now the Hottentots,
1, 2, 1, 2. Voice and one man, kung fu. Calabash cash, the tribal wars indoors. Telepathic ancestors for traditional dance floors. 1, 2, 1, 2. Voice and one man, kung fu. Calabash cash, the tribal wars indoors. Telepathic ancestors for traditional dance floors. 1, 2, 1, 2. Baba. 1, 2, 1, 2. Baba.
That was Cashless Society, Hottentot Hot. Hottentot Hop. One of my favorite songs of all time, actually. I directed a film once, I had that song in there, and as a result I got to speak to the guys from Cashless Society. I was like, oh yes, achievement unlocked. I was pumped. That's another thing that I love about music is like the journey of artists like the Slashdogs. You guys said you've been together 14 years.
Yeah, 14 years.
I mean,
yeah, we started off. Well, it started off as Gary Two Teeth and the Slashdogs. That was the original singer.
Okay.
I was still playing trumpet for Fuzzy Gish when that started.
Okay.
And then I was actually at their first show, and then kind of Gary left, and I was asked to join, and that's when the Slashdogs started. But we kind of started off as a street punk rock and roll band, you know, and we've moved. We kind of.
Your sound really has grown from there.
Yeah,
like I know changed. The first things I ever heard from the Slashdogs, which you can find links to in the descriptions, towards where you guys are now, which you can also find links to in the descriptions. It really has. The sound is really. It's evolved. It's matured. It's like taken on. It's. You guys have your own sound, which I think is really cool.
Look at the reason for that. I think is because we don't like to be pinned down to one sort of thing. Like we were. There was the threat at one stage in the band's history we were going to go down that, and I just didn't. The band kind of we
you
changed
never
our
want to
mind.
be confined by a genre.
Yeah.
Even our next song that we're going to play is by the Tidal Waves. It's called Politiki, and I mean that's a reggae band. You know, just like we would consider Slashdogs to be like a rock and roll or a punk band. This is a reggae band, yet a band with a sound that evolves and grows and is, you know, from if you've seen Tidal Waves, you know it's original music for original people. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Politiki.
Yes.
Repolitiki by the Tidal Waves, a South African reggae band that you can catch actually playing this weekend, but more on that in a second. And a song that is roughly about basically a politician who's now eaten all the food. And I think that, again, obviously they're a South African band, so I think we all know who they're talking about.
You see, this is the thing that I find so interesting. Like, people from such different backgrounds have such similar sort of takes on what's going on. You know, it's not that it's because I mean our newspaper headlines in the Star, the Sowetan or whatever are very different. You know, they're
100%
different.
true.
But the reality on the street is one and the same. People get to see the same stuff, and that reality you can't hide from.
Yeah, and I think we're all just flipping tired of it now, you know. Like, I think everyone is really has grown awfully sour about it, and that's why I'm glad that sort of, at least something's happening on Friday, you know. At least we can see some sort of progression towards this like overall fed upness with our government. I mean, it's retarded to actually think that we're still fed up with our government. It doesn't make sense.
Well, you know, you don't hear about governments that are good. You know, it's great. It's great for newspaper headlines, and that's part of the. In my opinion, I think that's part of the programming. It's like if you can stay in the headlines long enough and be a celebrity, people will gravitate towards you. It gives the news.
So true, man. So true.
Newspapers readership.
No, I mean, I've always said that myself, that there's no such thing as a good politician. But like, I also think, you know, I mean, Jacob Zuma got into power by getting rid of Thabo Mbeki. Now, if Jacob Zuma hasn't proved himself to be worse than Thabo Mbeki, it's time. Now, someone must come and get him out of power. I'm tired.
Yeah, but who replaces him? This is the thing. I mean, there's the incumbent options aren't that great.
Yeah.
So as far as
I don't know. I'll take Cyril over Jacob any day. But
jeez, never. Dude. That guy has got so much blood on his hands as well, man.
Yeah, but he's also got McDonald's behind him. So, you know, like, maybe we'll get some free food. Who knows?
Yeah.
End up as a one-party state.
Yeah, that's why they give us the weed.
Yeah, exactly. Just make us fat, make us happy.
Exactly. But you know, at the same time, that's exactly what that's the misdirection that comes in, because people will send their kids to war for convenience, man.
It's true.
You know what I mean? Like, and like that's something that, like, even politics is a system of convenience. It's not like, we need to be able to look after ourselves, because these guys do not care about us. No one in that circus that they call Parliament in Cape Town cares about anyone.
Yeah.
You know, they don't know me. They don't know.
The truth.
So they'll do stuff just to get your votes. That's it. So you got to keep them on their toes, you know.
Yeah.
If
we also just got to stop playing into their games, you know. At the end of the day, like, we need to see through their shit and actually just see what's important. You know, make the decisions that are important and not the ones that they tell us are the right ones or that they lead us into.
Yeah.
And that's what really frustrates me about politics, is so often they lead us and we so blindly follow.
You know, the thing is, like, the beautiful thing about South Africa is that we do have a very proud history of protest over here. Not that people of a certain sort of colour pigment have been involved, traditionally speaking, because it was bad manners.
Yeah.
But that's changing, and that's what's going to make this nation strong. I think that's what's happened in the past. There's always been the separation, and people are getting to a point where they're being pushed down so much that there's no other option but to stand together. And together, music and art and just general converse, when people communicate with each other on an honest level, that's what's going to get people together. No heroes, no gods, no rock stars, no one special.
No fucking
conscious.
censorship, no fucking telling me what I can and cannot do. And getting together and ultimately
and love and respect.
Desiring to do something that's good for the whole human race and not just good for yourself.
And you know, the thing is, like, also the more of these kinds of protests that we have, the more the next incumbent guy realizes he needs to listen to the people, to the will of the people, not to his pocket. Or that's why I also think that the people of South Africa need to know who's funding these guys, because it needs to be in public. It needs to be public information, because they have a responsibility to us. This is the big problem right now, is that we're hearing we're hearing about we're having all these decisions made for us based on on some agenda that is unbeknownst to us.
Yeah, it's the truth, man. It's the truth, and it happens in so many different shapes and forms, but it's all just bullshit politics at the end of the day. So enough about politics. This is a band called the Kalahari Surfers. They've been a politically active band since the 1980s, and this is one of their more recent songs from 2010, one that I am particularly fond of. It's called One Party State. So that was the Kalahari Surfers, a song called One Party State, and I would like to interpret that song as we're just one hell of a partying state, you know, like it's a fucking jaw out here in Joburg. And my next politically charged song for you is a song by a guy named PHFat, or a group named PHFat. It's not a guy, sorry. And it's a song called The Radio, and that's what I love about Ion Radio, is because I can say shit, fuck, whatever the shit I want on my revolutionary radio. This is PHFat.
Can't say on the radio. You 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 can't say on the radio. Can't say on the radio. Rolling on my skateboard, keeping shit basic. Straight dicks and cars trying to make me rock a facelift. Skate quick, mess with me again, you'll get punched in the face with my face prick. All I know is love, all you know is how to hate shit. I hate this crazy fucking mace bitch. Beamer on my back, fake it left and then I break shit. Faceless in my hoodie, so I reach inside my goodie bag, grab a fucking can of matte black and make a face bag. Fuck rolling on my skateboard, keeping shit basic. I'm rolling out of space and changing weather with my skate tricks. I'm patience in their beamers on their phones, I make them faceless. I never understand you being angry with my skate shit. I skate without a face, bitch. Ram me with your car and get your face split. Motherfuckers arguing, they don't know how to say shit. Wanking in the car, I kick my board up and they taste it. You never say shit when your face is made of bacon. Say on the radio. You can't say on the radio. You can't say on the radio. Can't say on the radio. You can't say on the radio. You can't say on the radio. You can't say on the radio. Can't say
I'm rolling on my feet cause my motherfucking skateboard's broken. Light a couple cigarettes like it's hocus pocus. Pebbles settle on my feet while I fuck the ocean. Looking deep into my face, bitch. That's hypnosis. Jelly domes, wolves and hopeless tattoos, bitch. Sleep on a dick and hope your wound bruises. You're looking for trouble? We don't have to be subtle cause I got rockets and shuttles up for your pockets with bubbles. I'm oozing like my Torah full infected bloodstream, pulling faces at the angels and slipping in and out of all the ages. It's dangerous. Super spirit sipping on my game shit. Feathers on my sneakers, bleak dreamers on my pages. I probably shouldn't say this, but fuck all the neighbors. I'm going to the beach with my syrup and my lasers. It's basic. Mikey called you out on all your lame shit. Disco fucked your girl and Notch doesn't say shit.
You can't say on the radio. You can't say on the radio. You can't say on the radio. Can't say on the radio. You can't say on the radio. You can't say on the radio. You can't say on the radio. Can't say on the radio.
What a fucking jam. That was PHFat, a song called The Radio. You can find, like everything else, links for that in the description. So yeah, I mean, for me, that really is what I like to take, as I said earlier, out of Revolution is the art and the material that comes from that, you know. I love it when people get serious about something, they think of something that they want to say, and then they express it in a way that can communicate to me without your words, without you actually having to tell it to me. You can just leave something in the world, leave an idea there.
Yeah, hold it up to the light.
Exactly, and you can hold it up to the light, and I can see into it, and in myself I can grow and understand from that. There are also other types of art. This next song is called Zoomonomics. I'm not gonna lie, I think it's bass, but it made me laugh.
Listen properly.
Listen properly. My surname is very nice and simple. Zuma. Very simple. So they like pronouncing it all the time. What's your problem? Clearly, what is your problem? We announced that our membership figure 769,800. Listen properly. 769,820 Listen properly. We announced that our membership figures 769,800. Listen properly. 769,820. Listen properly. What is the problem? 100.2 million in 2012. Listen properly. Listen properly. We announced that our membership figure 769,800. Listen properly. 769,827. Listen properly. We announced that our membership figures 769,800. Listen properly. 769,827. Listen properly. What is the problem?
That guy makes me laugh. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we shouldn't laugh, but we can laugh because, you know, if you, my grandmother once told me that if you ever stop laughing, then what's the point in living? And so,
wise woman.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. No, wise woman. Also a radio host for most of her life, so I guess I'm kind of following in her footsteps in more way than one. I hope. And ladies and gentlemen, so this is Ion Radio. We've played you so far 100% South African music. You can catch us every week on a Thursday at 4:20. Every week a different guest joining me on stage. This week was Ryan Tarboton from the Slashdogs. Thank you so much, Ryan, for joining us. Yeah. What you're going to hear coming up now, ladies and gentlemen, is Red-Handed by Felix the Band. Due to time constraints, I'm not going to go through our gig guide this week. Just know that the big thing to do is march off to Latuli House on Friday. Go and protest, exercise your civil rights.
All the union buildings.
Yeah, all the union buildings. Go to Constitution Hill. Go to fucking park and smoke a blunt if you want, but don't go to work shut down on Friday. And remember, guys, stand together as a country. That's how we're going to achieve what we want to achieve. This next song is Felix Laband. This next song is by Felix Laband, and it's called Red-Handed.
I'm not sorry for anything. 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 Anything.
That was Felix Laband, and that was a song called Red Handed, and I think another song that is pertinent to the time that we are living in. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, on Friday you can march to Latuli House, or you, as Ryan said, you can march to the Union Buildings. I'm sure if you're in Cape Town or wherever you are, find somewhere to march to. The Institute of Noise will definitely see you out there for a surprise. So yeah, keep your eyes and ears open. And we'll see you guys tomorrow, Friday, to march on Jacob Zuma, because enough is enough. Fuck that guy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Institute of Noise, bringing you Ion Radio, 100% South African music that you want to know, over and out.